It began with heartbreak. A young woman, alone, widowed, pregnant, in a foreign land. Her name was Lena Himmelstein, and she had crossed the Atlantic with little more than hope in her suitcase and tragedy waiting on the dock. Her husband, gone. Her future, uncertain. Her child, unborn. With rent due and no income, Lena faced a choice: cling to the past or bet on her future. She did something desperate. She took off her wedding ring, her last connection to the man she loved, and she pawned it. The money bought her a single sewing machine. Not much, you'd think, but it was her comeback engine. She began sewing for neighbors, not gowns, not glamour, maternity wear. Why? Because she knew the struggle firsthand. She remembered the shame, the discomfort, the invisibility, and she made a decision. If the world won't serve women like me, then I will. Word spread. Orders flooded in. Soon she opened up a tiny shop in New York City. Then one day, she walked into the bank to open a business account. The clerk looked up from his form. Name, she said softly, Lena. He scribbled, then paused. You said Lane? No, Lena. But he was already stamping it. Lane Bryant, he read. She looked at the paper, paused, and smiled. That'll do, she said. What began with a misheard name became a movement. Lane Bryant wasn't just a shop. It was the first to create fashion for women others ignored. The first to say, you don't need to hide your body. You deserve to feel beautiful in it. And from a pawned ring, from a widow's pain, from a single stitch at a time, an empire was born. And here's what that empire became. Lane Bryant pioneered not only maternity wear, but became the first brand to design plus-size fashion at scale, decades before body positivity was a buzzword. By the time Lena passed away in 1951, her company was doing over $180 million in today's money. Passed on to her sons, it was wildly profitable for 80 years until they sold it to the Limited Group for $347 million in today's money. Still today, Lane Bryant has grown into a retail giant with hundreds of stores nationwide and more than $500 million in annual revenue. But the real achievement? Lena didn't just build a business. She built belonging. She gave confidence to millions of women who never saw themselves in store windows. She reshaped fashion. She redefined beauty. And she refused to let women be invisible. So, what are the success lessons we can all learn from Lena's journey? First, pain is often the birthplace of purpose. Lena didn't find her calling in a classroom. She found it in her own struggles. Don't run from your wounds. They might just hold the seed of your success. Second, start with what you have. She didn't have capital. She didn't have investors. She didn't have a fancy degree. She had a sewing machine and the will to serve. So start small. Start now. Start with what's already in your hands. And then third, what the world overlooks is where your opportunity lives. Lena didn't chase the trends. She created her business around the unseen, the ignored women, the overlooked markets. Want to build something remarkable? Serve those no one else is seeing. And then fourth, sometimes the biggest breakthroughs are mistakes. A clerk misheard her name. She didn't correct it, she just embraced it. And Lane Bryant became iconic. The moment that you're frustrated might be the plot twist that your story needs. So here's what I want you to do. Take out your Darren Daily Journal and answer yourself these questions. Number one, what struggle in your past could actually shape your mission? Number two, what underserved group are you uniquely positioned to help? And then number three, where might a setback be hiding your breakthrough name? From widow to warrior, from ringless to relentless, from overlooked to overachiever. She didn't just sew dresses, she stitched confidence into every seam. And that is how Lena Himmelstein became Lane Bryant. The same path that can make you the name we know next. So, share with us in the comments below. What obstacle from your past has inspired your current success?